Hey everyone, Tracy Fisher with Marketplace Sotheby's International Realty. On this episode of Marketplace Cares, I want to feature a local broker in our office that's doing some good in the community. What the show is about, Marketplace Cares, is there's so much doom and gloom in the media, and I think we're all at home and just need a little bit of some feel-good stories. So this is meant to show you and highlight the good that our brokers at Marketplace Sotheby's are doing in the community and hopefully brighten your day a little bit. So for today's special guest, we have Aaron Soderland. Aaron, welcome.
Hey.
And Aaron's done some good in the community and continues to do good. He lives in Woodinville, where one of our offices is located. So thanks for being on the show, Aaron. I appreciate your time.
You bet.
And why don't you go ahead and explain your interaction with the community and some of the good that you've been doing?
It's just obviously an interesting time. And, there's a few places, like I've found that the best thing I can do right now, whether it's selfishly driven or for the community driven, is like, I want the places that I have, that I frequent to do well. I want them all to do well, but clearly, we all are subjective to the places that we like the most. So I've got my favorite pizza place and I've got my favorite burger place, and but the winery that my wife and I go to the most and we're members of and we're there once, sometimes twice a week. Just like everybody, it's a small business, and they can't do tastings, they can't do that, and it was just kind of a fun story last week that I didn't really do anything more than stumble upon a deal that they were doing. We were just driving by and saw their doors open, and they walked up and just figured, oh, let's just go say hi to our friends because we know everybody who works there, and so we were there, and doors open and they were selling hand sanitizer, and I was like, oh, cool, okay, we need some of that anyways, right? It's such a good thing that all the distilleries are doing, wineries are doing, and then on the right hand side they had all these cases of canned wine, and they said, oh, we're just about to start this this sale because we're just trying to not get rid of inventory, but make some cash. And so they're saying we're doing 12 if you buy a case of 24, you can mix and match by 6-pack, and we're doing 24 cans for $24. And I was like, are you kidding?
It's a heck of a deal.
So super, that's like $1 a can. So we I was like, well, let's go for it. And so we got some, and just got a case, and the kids were in the car and waiting, so we didn't spend too much time, but we got 18 rosé and 6 red because it was sunny out, and went home, and it was just delicious. And I was like, man, and I happened to talk to somebody on the phone that day, and I was like, oh, by the way, you gotta go check out Goose Ridge is doing the sale right now. And so he was like, oh man, what a great deal. And then I talked to somebody else that night, and then just phoned something like, hey, by the way, if you're passing by, here you go. And just told some other friends, and then
you told me that day, I think, yeah.
Right, I think we had a Zoom meeting that day.
We did,
then,
yeah.
We were just sharing stories of little deals we've been finding, and
yeah.
And you told me about the butcher box, I think, from
John Howie,
which
yeah.
also I went and did.
Oh, did you? We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so just kind of sharing that stuff, right? And then next thing I know, they hadn't advertised it yet. And I was driving by on Friday, going to the grocery store. I'm like, oh, let's go, because this place is 3 minutes from home. And I stopped in. I was like, oh, because I had seen that they had advertised on Instagram Friday morning. Finally, they're putting this deal out there publicly. And so I walked in. I was like, I probably should go get one more case of rosé before they sell out, because this deal is great. And I walked in. I go, hey, I told some people about your deal. She goes, some people? Yeah, you did. And she just looks and she goes, this is all we've got left over here. And I said, oh man, good thing I came. And she goes, yeah, we hadn't advertised it. And she kind of turns around and she points back here, and she goes, all of this, these are your friends. And so she's like, so thank you, we're thrilled. She's like, we're basically sold out at the Woodinville location, but she goes, but we've got more in Eastern Washington at the actual winery, so we're shipping more in, but we never expected that we would have
with your friends' demand.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome.
And at that point, she just said, she's like, what the great thing about that though is it gives us the money right now to switch from 5 days a week open back to open 7 days a week. And she's like, and we get to hire Chris back And Chris is the guy we're cider members and wine members, but Chris is the guy who's there all the time, and he signed me up for the cider membership. And so I know these people, so it's like a real personal, like tangible. Chris needs a job, just like we all do, right? So it was just a fun story that they offered a good deal, and I just want everybody to do it. So I didn't know it would have the impact, but we just want to see our businesses succeed around here. So
that's incredible. I mean, just the fact that we shop local because it's to support our community and support these businesses, but the residual outcome and effect is that it can allow them to hire people back, and it can. I mean, I think the moral of the story is drink. It saves jobs. So
exactly.
No, that's a really special story. And when I heard that, you had talked about the deal that was going on. I didn't realize that was just last week. So in just a very short period of time, that had happened. And as a result of, you were just wanting to get the word out, like, hey, this is a heck of a deal. Probably not really intending or realizing it was going to have that effect. And just the fact that you were helping them was awesome, but that it allowed an employee to get their job back. I mean, I literally could cry just talking about it. It's so cool. What a unintended but amazing effect that had. And yeah, and so we're talking, if you missed it, again, we have Aaron Soderlund from Marketplace Sotheby's International Realty, and we are talking about Goose Ridge Winery. They have locations in Eastern Washington, but also a tasting room in the Hollywood Hill district. So I encourage you guys to check it out. It's really great wine and Coug run business. So go Coug.
Go Cougs.
But really, really good wine. So I'm sure they're immensely appreciative. We're going to share this on their social too, just so they kind of get some love. Do they still have this deal going on?
They do. As far as I know, they do. They're bringing more in. They had some on back order. And just to emphasize enough, I think it's really just such a great place. The people that work there are amazing. And the business itself is great. And so the tasting room is awesome. I mean, like I said, I go there once a week, probably. I mean, not right now because we can't, but I go there once a week. And, we want our places to stay in business and succeed. And so, yeah, I just, like I said, it was just kind of random. And props to them for coming up with great ways to stay in business.
Yeah.
And being creative in this market. And, I realized it was selfishly driven at one point too, because I'm like, that's great wine for real cheap. But
yeah,
but I loved hearing that, like, not to do with me, but just great that these things are able to keep, these little things are able to keep people in business. And I think that's huge. And so it's easy to kind of hole up, and we're all struggling a little bit differently than we have before. But if we can pinch here and pinch there, but spend over here to keep people in business, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. We're definitely trying to double down on that as well. And again, just supporting local businesses, support your community, whatever community you may be. And this just happens to be Woodinville, which is near and dear to our hearts. We live there, we work there. That's kind of our playground, and we all, know each other. So Aaron, just super immensely proud of you, proud of all of our brokers that are doing good in the community. But that was such a heartwarming, touching story that you shared with us yesterday. And so I wanted to give everyone the opportunity to hear the good that, you're doing, and just the continued message of supporting local community and support local business owners. So cool.
Totally.
Well, thanks for sharing your story, Aaron. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for talking about it.
All right. Have a good one. Okay, guys, that wraps up this episode of Marketplace Cares. We're going to come back at you with some more brokers from Marketplace Sotheby's that are continuing to do good in our community. So stay tuned. Bye.
Bye.